Right, I've been having so much fun with my goggles N3, the Avata and the Neo and the Motion Controller 3. I absolutely love the Motion Controller 3. I did some research and you can actually fly the DJI MINI 4 Pro with the goggles 3 and with the Motion Controller 3. And now I feel capable of operating the Motion Controller 3. I thought, let's give it a go. So here we go. So the first video is from the goggles. You can see the note that it says not using bound device. That isn't anything technical. I think I gather that is to do with Care Refresh, and that the actual Motion 3 was bound to another device, but I didn't let that worry me. I think you can have a number of goes, or they may have changed that, no idea, so I thought I'd go for it. So this first section of the video is from the goggles, so it's at 1080p, although I will upscale it in the video editor I use to 4K. And then the second section is the full video from the drone, which should be good, at 4K 30 I think I set. Now you can see I've got the gimbal in the controller set to FPV mode, so you get the FPV experience. You can still have it set, or you can change it. I think the default when you use a motion controller is to FPV mode, but you can default it to follow me mode, where the horizon would stay level. But I wanted to get the FPV experience, and having recently flown the Avata 2, you actually have to be very careful, because when you're flying it with the motion controller as I am, you very much feel you're flying at FPV. But you've got to remember you're flying a camera drone, so it's got no prop guard protection, so don't whip it about too low unless you're a loon. And you can see I'm in sports mode, or sport mode. So obviously in sport mode you've got no obstacle avoidance. If you use it in normal mode, which is slower, then of course you have got the optical avoidance, or the object avoidance. Get that right in a minute. Now the speed of the Mini 4 Pro in sport is 16 meters per second, which curiously is exactly the same speed as the Avata in sports mode with the Motion 3. The Avata of course will fly faster in manual mode. That's when you use the FPV controller, but I ain't very good at that. I like the Motion 3. Now you can see that the number of satellites is good. It's at 23, and the bit rate is pretty good. It varies a bit from 20 odd to 50 odd. You can see the signal is good, and it is an enjoyable experience. So if you want to fly a stable camera drone with a lot of features, I think you lose some of the features when you're flying it this way, and I don't know in detail which, then this is a good thing to do, because it does give you that FPV experience. I would love it if I could do that experience with the goggles N3, but at the moment, and I suppose it always will be the case, they've only made the goggles 3 compatible with the Mini 4 Pro, but still, hey ho. So now we're moving over to the video, which is the same video, exactly the same video. I'm faffing about at the moment, understanding it and getting it to take off. You use the joystick on the motion controller to go up vertically. I'm moving the motion controller about and making sure I don't hit anything, although I am in normal mode at this point. But I still don't want to hit anything, because the Mini 4 Pro is quite expensive and one of my favourite drones, so I'm taking great care not to knacker it. So I'm going to get high enough. So of course when you're flying FPV with the Mini 4 Pro, you're not going to do it as exciting and as fast and as low and as good knows what else as you are with a proper FPV drone like the Neo, or the even better, or a DJI Avata 2. But it is good and it is a fun experience, and as I said, you do actually feel as though you are flying an FPV drone with it in the FPV mode. Yeah, so very pleased with it. If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe. It's free, costs you nothing, and also give it a thumbs up and a like, and I'll try and bring out more videos like this. There are several tutorials online about how you actually bind all this pieces of equipment together, so I won't bore you with that. But it is a bit of fun. Whether I'll do it much, I don't know. You can also fly the DJI Mini 4 Pro with the Goggles 3 and the DJI RC2. The screen goes out, so you're flying it on the sticks FPV, and I think you can set the gimbal to FPV mode. But for me, the joy is the motion controller. Only when landing is the motion controller a little bit more difficult, but once you've got a handle and how to use the joystick, and if you bring it in carefully and leave yourself plenty of battery, you'll be absolutely fine. So this is actually a flight and a piece of kit that, of course, I was hoping the DJI Flip would perform, but as we know at the moment, the DJI Flip is not compatible whatsoever with any goggles or any FPV, which is curious because they can make the Mini 4 Pro do it, they can make the DJI Air 3, not yet the Air 3S, which is annoying because I've got that. So I'm sure they could make the DJI Flip compatible, so you could do a bit of a what I call cinematic FPV like this, but at the moment currently they're not doing that. Anyway, I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of the flight. Stop rabbiting on, yeah, and thanks for watching.